Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you one of the best locations to build a camp and also show you how I built mine. Oh look, there it is! There's my camp. Okay, wow, it looks very obnoxious from up here. I promise it looks better up close. Oh shit. This is bad. Oh god, why didn't I just fast travel? Alright, I made it. So I'm going to show you guys why this is the best location for a camp. And of course, it all depends on what your preference is. Some people like to be right next to certain places like a train station or some kind of deposit. But for me, I prefer a secluded body of water and an amazing view. And if this isn't an amazing view, I don't know what is. You see Watoga's right there. The pink tree, whatever the hell you want to call it, place is right there. And then everything else is just green. And we got a lake, and then even up here, just nice mountain range that we get to look at. The only thing I don't like is this, that big eyesore right there. I could do without that. So here's my camp on the map. It's right next to this relay tower that overlooks the Cranberry Bog. It's about southwest of Watoga, and I gotta tell you, this is one of the best views I've seen in the game. Plus, it overlooks a very popular area for people to drop nukes. So every once in a while, I get to watch some fireworks. And up here we have this beautiful body of water that my camp is currently sitting on, which surprisingly doesn't have a lot of enemies spawning in. I've only seen a couple of rats and a Mothman. Stop spraying shit all over my yard! You're messing up the grass! Oh, where'd he go? But I'm going to give you guys a quick tour of my camp and then show you how I built it. So right off the bat, this is my favorite place of the entire build. And the reason why is because you can pick up this guitar and then go into photo mode, and you got a pretty nice shot with my camp in the background, you know? Is this egotistical? Because I don't care. It looks nice. I do have a garage very similar to my last couple of builds with a switch. You just open it up and there's everything in here that you can need, all the workbenches, and actually I didn't put a bed in here. I gotta put a bed in here. Oh, this door is driving me nuts. Look how it's snapped in here. It's not in the door frame, and no matter what I do, I can't get it to go into the door frame. So this is just how it is now. I don't know what to do. And upstairs is where I'm gonna throw a bed in here somewhere. I forgot that you guys needed that to heal up. But I want like an American flag right here. This would look a lot better if that flag was there. I just haven't found the plans for it. And oh, so this is my makeshift staircase, because you know we don't have stairs that will go right there. And now that I'm looking at it, I really don't like it. This is just me shitting all over my build. It was a good idea, good effort, but looking at it now, I just don't like it. Now for the front porch, you gotta have rocking chairs, so I got two right there, and one of my favorite parts on the inside is this fireplace, which I did not mean to make this at all. It just kind of came together, and it was actually pretty easy. So all I did was snap in a brick or a half brick wall down here, and then snapped this wall on top of it, and then just removed the one below, and then boom, you got a fireplace. So this door goes to the garage, and this door leads into my generator room, which this was more of an obligation. I wish we had some kind of fuse box or something that went on the wall that gave us power. I don't like having my generators outside and finding the occasional mole rats chewing on them. It would just be so much easier to have something on the wall, and then we can power up our settlement from there. Bethesda, call me, okay? I have ideas. This door leads to the back porch. I didn't put a lot out here, just a couple of chairs and then access to my water purifier. And upstairs is very similar to my last build. It's pretty much the same design with this wall sectioning off the bedroom. And yeah, I have two fireplaces. I don't care. It helps me stay warm. Alright? And since Bethesda patched the stored item glitch that let us use items that we haven't unlocked yet, I was pretty limited in here. Like with this chair, I had to go with the airplane seat because I don't have the office chair unlocked yet. And this door leads to the top part of the garage. I wanted to have doorways in from the house into the garage. That way I didn't have to go all the way around. And yeah, you see these stairs work, but I still don't like them. And my second favorite part of this build is out here. Not so much this part, because I wish that we could put these fences here. It'd be so nice. But what I really like about it is this tower. I didn't do anything in here except for add in a light. I didn't decorate or anything like that because this is solely for us to enjoy the view. I mean, maybe this could be a sniper tower or something like that, but really I just wanted to be higher up so I can get a better shot of that background, because I was going to build the house down there. And I tried it a little bit, but it just didn't really work. So instead, I built up here on the water. And I know you guys are going to ask, so here it is. Here's my bathroom. I didn't forget. And I also put a fire barrel right next to it because of, you know, it helps with the smell. You know. But yeah, this is my house. My overly obnoxious, massive house out here in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to show you guys how to build it. I'm going to start off by apologizing for recording this on my ultra-wide monitor. This is how I normally play the game, but I record my videos on my normal widescreen so you guys don't get the bars. I forgot to do that this time, so that was my bad. But when placing the foundation, you want to use this rock right here and make sure that the foundation is just to the right of it. And it's a little bit too far back, so we can scoot it forward, and I think about right there should be good. I mean, you can play around with it, but as long as it's to the right of that rock right there, you should be fine. Another thing that you have to look out for is how high the foundations are. I wanted them to be as high as I possibly could because I'm going to have a lower level for the house. They're not going to be the same height. But this foundation right here is the only one that gives me trouble. See, it's red. So all the other ones, I can have the foundations as high as I want them, but that one spot is not having it. So we got to start over, bring it down. I think right there should be good. And it worked. So I have a 3x4 foundation. There's 3 across and 4 out, which I'm probably going to add to it some, but this is just a good starting point. Now you want to snap out 2 more foundations over here and then remove one of them. And then we're going to align the top part of this one to this bottom board right here, just the bottom of the grating. Now I snapped out this one to make sure it was perfectly aligned with the rest of the foundations, and I removed the one beside it so that I can move this one freely without it wanting to snap. And be careful, because when you move it down, it also brings the foundation towards you a little bit, so you kind of got to be mindful of that. And, oh, we're just a hair off. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to remove this one, and then I'm going to bring it towards me ever so slightly. Just a little bit. Yeah, like right there should be fine. And then snap this one in. Well, that's pretty much perfect. Huh, second try, not too bad. But here's the real test. Let's see. Oh, okay, that one worked too. So, all right, it should be perfectly aligned. If the back one doesn't go, then you might have rotated it a little bit, so you just kind of have to start over and try again. Yeah, it can be frustrating, and again, that's why I snap out first to make sure that I'm at least starting in the right position. But all right, here's my foundation. I'm going to probably add to it the more I go on, but this is a good starting point. And I realized that these stairs just snap in. Yeah, both sets, they just pop right in, and I was very surprised because of how much this building system wants to fight you, so that was kind of a relief. Alright, now to snap in some walls. These are just going to be placeholders, because I might change them later. You know, like these windows, I might choose a different window set, but the overall layout of the walls is going to stay the same. And I'm using the brick walls, but you don't have to use these. Obviously, you can use whichever walls that you like. I don't really know what to say right here, so I'm just filling in the space with word vomit. And okay, so you see that I forgot the back porch, so I'm just snapping that in. And to save some time, here's a better view for you guys. So this is the bottom level of the house, and some of these walls do change, but this is the overall layout. Over to the left, I'm going to have the tower, so I'm just going to build some more brick walls on top of here. And then I'm going to start working on the rest of the walls. Now with Fallout 76, the build order plays a huge part in getting some of this stuff to work. And I'm going to show you the best way to go about it, because I spent hours working on this build, and if you do one thing out of order, one thing wrong, then you pretty much have to tear down the majority of it and start again. Now you would think that I would finish up the second floor because I'm already in the middle of it, but no, I just switch over and start building the garage for some reason. Now the build order is kind of important here, but not really. It's just always good to make sure that you put the walls in first before snapping in these stairs. And I'll talk more about that when we get to the inside if I ever go back and finish what I was doing. Upstairs in the garage is pretty easy. I'm just snapping in these walls all the way around. And when you get to the wall that's right next to the house, you want to make sure that they snap to the brick wall below. You can put walls on both sides. I just like having this red and the brick as an accent wall. And out here, make sure that you snap in these floors first and then put in the garage door. If you do it the other way around, then these floors are not going to work. Like a couple of bitches. Alright, so I guess I'm back inside working on the second floor. So before you put in these stairs, make sure that you have those top walls in, because otherwise you're going to have problems with the rest of the build. So I snapped in the rest of the floors up here, and look how long it took me. Look at this. I'm thinking really hard about putting this floor down. There it is. Okay, I got there. I don't know what I was thinking about, but I was debating hard if I should put that floor down. And I'm telling you, it's because of the build order. It will do that to you. This is where I had the most trouble, with these floors and those walls and these stairs. It seems easy, but that's just because I figured out how to do it. Alright, so I put in the rest of the walls here, like the angled ones on top, which I don't really need to show you guys how to do that. And now I'm putting in the rest of the tower. It's just one story higher than the second floor. Now on top of the back porch, to get the stairs in that lead up to the tower, you want to remove this end piece and then snap in 2 half floors. Now the stairs have a snapping point right there in the middle of the floor. Now getting them to actually snap in is the real trick, so don't get discouraged if it takes a while. Okay, it's actually a lot easier if you just have the half floor first and then put the other one in afterwards. That was my bad. And then all you have to do is snap in the rest of the floors around the tower. Now the last thing I'm going to show you works for the front and the back porch. You want to put in the railings first and also have the upper floors in on top. Once those are in, then you place in the posts. The posts are actually snapping to the upper floors, and that's why it's important to have them in first. I left this spot empty so I could put in the wall to get the roof in, and it actually might be a little bit easier to see if I jump up here. So this roof is actually snapping to the wall below, and then I'm going to snap in the rest of the roofs. Now the roofs have to be snapped to a wall, so it won't let me remove that other one until I put this one in. So now the roofs are being held up by that wall, and the system will let me remove this one. And I just want to show you guys this. These posts will not go in with the roof on top. See how it's red? It worked before, but now it won't let me. Even when it goes green, see, it won't let me. So what I have to do is remove this roof piece, and actually the other one too, because then nothing is holding up the other one. So I got to remove both of them, and then snap in the post, and then put the roofs back in. It's stuff like this that I was dealing with constantly. But for the garage and the back porch, you just follow that same process. The fences and upper floors go in first, then the post, then use a wall to get the roofs in. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you have any questions, please let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'm probably not going to be doing another house build like this for a little while. I want to start doing different types of builds, like military bases or an actual settlement with a bunch of tents or something like that. If you guys have any ideas on what you would like to see, leave them in the comments or hit me up on Discord, and if I use your suggestion, I'll give you a shout out in that video. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.